Hey, what's up, guys? This video is about a particular woman. It's not surprising, but go ahead and get to the details. This lady is named Sonya Mcknight. If that sounds familiar, that doesn't sound familiar, well, she's an actual district judge. That's right, district judge in Pennsylvania. Guess what happened? She's being convicted of attempted murder. Okay, Sonya Mcknight, she's a 55-year-old district judge. But the problem with her is she never had the ability to keep a man. So at her age, 55, she's been dating still. Again, guys, in today's time, after 26, she hit the wall. Actually, I should push it back further than that, but we're going to stay at 26. So as soon as she hit 26, as soon as she passed 26 years old, the minute after the day she turned 26, she officially hit the wall. Why are you, as a high-level individual, still dating at your age? Ma'am, you're supposed to be married with kids, grandkids. Why are y'all here still getting bent over by random dudes? So the first guy she was dealing with, she had a case, but it got dropped. Remember, she's a district judge, so you know how it is. She know people, whatever. She makes stuff go away. Supposedly, the guy, they was in a physical altercation, and she shot the guy in his junk because of self-defense, claiming self-defense. So that case got pushed to the side. Okay, she had other stuff going on behind the scene as well. We're just gonna leave it when it comes down to her dealing with men. So this new guy she was dealing with, I think they've been dating for like a year. The reports say they've been dating for a year. Dude been bending her over, no commitment. Of course, he's not married to her, he's not engaged, nothing like that. He's been bending her over. So, I don't know what it was, but within that 12-month, that last day of the 12-month, he decided to go ahead and kick it to the curb. Say, hey, I don't want this no more. You gotta leave. So she didn't leave. She steady kept coming back to the guy or whatever. So within that 2-week time frame, she just kept coming back. He like, hey, it's over with. Get your stuff and go. Of course, some guys probably like, oh, he probably still asleep with it. Nah. The reporter legitimately said this guy's been sleeping on the couch while she's been in his bed, sleeping in his bed or whatever. So there you go. So the final day, she was over there. He came home or whatever. Like I say, he took the key and everything like that, but she still was getting in. So the final day, like that, it went on for like 2 weeks. He was trying to get rid of her, but she wouldn't leave. So that last day, on that second week, he was like, hey, you got to go. That's it. I don't want you coming in here no more. I already took the keys. It's like, why are you still coming here? You got to go. And it was late at night. Like they got off of work. She was in his house. So he went home. She was there again. He said, all right, cool. You got to get out of here, man. I ain't got time for the BS. So the entire time he was trying to kick out within that 2 weeks, she thought she can just brush it off and he'll eventually just change his mind. Nah, he's staying on business. So that final night, when we came home, he said, you got to go. And she's like, oh, you really serious, huh? So the dude went to, but remember, like I say, he not sleeping with her no more, bro. He just whatever. He tired or whatever. He's sleeping downstairs or whatever like that. So he had another room, and she went in there trying to play it off. He's like, nah, you got to go. And she's like, oh, you serious? So the dude went to sleep. Tell me why this chick tried to blow this dude's brains out. So luckily, she didn't hit him in a critical part of his brain. He did get shot in the head, but it didn't kill him instantly. It's one of them death-defying moments to where, he cheated death. So the dude did lose eyesight in his, I believe his right eye. And of course, the dude just woke up from his, obviously the shot to his, it woke him up. So like, he don't know what's going on. He don't know what's going on. The dude was temporarily blind at the time. He couldn't see. He was just saying what's going on, what's happening. So the chick, she tried to play it out, said, oh, what did you do to yourself? You tried to kill yourself. He's like, what? So he was like, call the ambulance. This chick, I think they said it took like 30, 45 minutes for her to eventually come around and calling the ambulance or whatever. So the dude he got his sight back good enough to where he jumped in his car, he went to the hospital, and then they was able to help him. They was able to help him. So, the cops showed up, the whole the 9 yards. You know how they go, right? Boom, they come over here, they trying to figure out what's going on, they question people. This chick, they asked, hey, what happened? Dude, hospital, he got shot. What happened? This chick literally said, oh, I wasn't at his house at the time, so I don't know what happened. This the thing. They obviously, the investigator, they're gonna question everybody that's on the scene, that's in the area. Y'all see the damn movies and CSI TV shows. So they like, okay, so we gotta find somebody was in the house, you know what I mean? So the dude went to the hospital saying, hey, I'm not suicidal, y'all help me, please, I don't want to die. So he already put that out there. I'm gonna say this too. Not necessarily saying that he didn't try to commit murder. I mean, he not saying he tried to, commit suicide, because I went to school with, at the time, in high school, these guys was killing themselves because their girlfriends broke up with them. It was some weird ass, stupid ass cult. So I think it was like 8 dudes died because their girlfriend broke up. Whatever, bro. Like they in hell, whatever. So you will have, some guys that be like, oh, I tried to commit suicide. And a lot of them, they'll do it for attention, and some of them, they'll try, right? I guess they down, down and out or whatever. They're like, okay, I'll just go ahead and kill my. And then some of them not successful, they'll have a second thought. So I'm not dismissing him possibly not trying to commit suicide. I'm just gonna put that out there, because these people are like, oh, he probably tried to do it and he just had second thoughts. Okay, that's true. I'm gonna put that to the side. So the judge, she was saying, oh, I wasn't at home at his house at the time that happened, so I don't know. So okay, they asked his neighbors. Guess what the neighbors said? Oh no, she was in there. It was real quick. It was like 5 neighbors. Everybody in the neighborhood, obviously, they heard the gunshot, and it was late at night, so you know how they go. Literally 5 neighbors like, nah, she was in the house. Everybody said that, nah, she was in the house. So they came back to her. They questioned her some more. Of course, she didn't have a good excuse. She had that little bullshit lie she thought was gonna fly. It wasn't making sense, so they went ahead and handcuffed her and threw her in the back of the cop car. So what I'm getting at is the fact that woman is 55 years old. She's a judge. I'm not saying she's a saint or anything like that, but ma'am, this is why I stopped getting replies on the dating sites, because I will always ask these hoes, okay, they be like 30-something years old. They be, they late 20s, late 30s and up. And I will always ask them, I'm like, ma'am, what were you doing since you was 18 years old up to now? And then they'll block me or they'll start responding. So the thing with her is, ma'am, what were you doing when you was 18 up until now? You're 55 years old. How are you still getting bent over by randos? She never been married. Haven't been engaged. None of that. I'm like, bro, you are clearly the problem. But you listen to these females on social media. Oh, girl, ain't no good men out there. Ma'am, this woman is 55 years old. She ain't no virgin. So you gonna tell me from 18 years old all the way to 55? She ain't no good man out here. She couldn't find no good man. Nah, bro. Nah. And that's the thing too, bro. Like I say, you gonna have some guys that be like, oh, he should never dealt with it, this or that. Like, the dude was just literally bending her over, bro. Obviously he ain't moving in. Like she was staying there. I'll say that. You know what I mean? Brought a little bad clothes or whatever like that. But dude wasn't gonna marry. He sure wasn't gonna engage or nothing like that. It wasn't no long-term thing. He was just bending her over, and he got tired of her, and then he kicked to the curb. That's what it is. So it's a sad reality that happened. I'm happy the guy survived, but the messed up part about it is the guy lost eyesight in his right eye. But compared to you dying, that's a win. That's a win. And of course, I hope he pressed charges, whatever like that. But she get locked up. They already said that she automatically is 30 to 65 years she getting or whatever. So I hope it's most likely gonna be somewhere right there in the middle of the sentence between 30 and 65 years. But the fact that the guy survived, I'm happy. But I'm gonna say this too. This is not the only case, bro. It's a lot of cases. Everything don't make the news, bro. It's a lot of cases when women actually did this. You got some that got away with it and some who didn't. But the fact that they put in their average, that she's on the news because she's a fucking judge, bro. She's a judge and she's 55 years old. I'm like, ma'am, get out your feelings. That's how they tell us, right? Oh, get out your feelings. You're a man. Like I say, man, don't never go off of what she do for a living, how she sound like that. Go off her actions, bro. Because I tell you people all the time, you got people that's nurses as hoes. You got doctors as hoes. You got police officers as hoes. You got damn attorneys, judges as hoes. Just because a female has a certain particular type of job don't mean she's the same, bro. No, bro, they hoes too. It's hoes in every industry, man. So never look at her like, oh yeah, she's a psychologist. She's not a hoe. No, bro. They the biggest hoes. They're the top 3 is a psychologist, a nurses, and the police officers. And of course, what is it? The warehouse workers or whatever. That's it. They the top 5 or whatever, bro. That's what it is. So I'm telling you guys, man. If you meet a woman At a certain age, bro, just don't deal with it. Like say the dude, honestly, if it was me, I don't know, because she probably was tricking on him or whatever. Like, but I'm gonna say this too. Dude, we'll bend them females over again. Like I told you about the big the big girl I was telling you about, the one I stayed in her apartment, whatever. She always gonna have a dude because she makes it easy. She gives them easy access, bro. So with her, for her age or whatever, I don't look at no, her age, and she all right for her age. But the fact that the dude ain't gotta take her, this is what I know I've been there before. The dude ain't taking out nowhere. If anything, she paying for if they do go out. So he not spending no money on them. She coming over there. I know she giving that dude unlimited blowjobs and this and that. He ain't gotta worry about it. She's steady chasing after him. So dudes will deal with females like that. Like I said, she not no fatback. You know what I mean? She a 55-year-old woman, so she gonna look like a 55-year-old woman. But the fact that women like that, or that's why they always have dudes. They can't keep them, but they always have access to a whole lot of guys because they make it easy for them. Like, bro, do you really? Let's be honest with yourself. Do you really want to meet a female, take her out for 2-3 weeks, get to know her, text her back and forth for 2-3? You don't want to do that, bro. You want to meet her, come to my house. I want to bend you over sideways and bust all in you, and then go ahead and watch Netflix. That's just how we are, bro. We don't give a fuck about going on dates, going to the park, swing set. No, we don't care, bro. We try to get one off, really two at a time, bro. That's really what it is, man. So don't get mad at the guy and be like, oh yeah, he shouldn't have. Nah, bro. You gotta understand, when you got a female that's blowing your phone up, coming through your spot, eating your ass out, whatever you want, bro, she there to serve you 100%, and you ain't gotta spend a dime on her, you ain't gonna turn that down, fam. Like I said, unless she a fatback, yeah, you gonna do that. I'm sorry if I'm yelling, but that's this reality, man. You guys gotta understand it. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it's so easy for a female to get a guy. Now, to keep him is a different story. They gotta have qualities and stuff like that. That's a given, right? But I tell you guys all the time, why is she 35? Why is she 40? Why is she 29 over here talking about she can't find a good man? She hoeing, bro. That's all they can do is we don't respect hoe. We'll spend time with her. We'll hang out with her, but we ain't gonna marry you. That's the thing about it. So in her situation, she's just an old hoe, fam. 55 years old, still getting bent over by randos, bro. Ain't got no ring in sight. Now she in prison because she tried to kill a dude because he got tired of it. And I'm gonna say this too. If you're the prize, why you had to kill a dude? If you're the prize, why? I always ask him this question. If you want to piss him off, bro, if you're the prize, why you not married? She's 55 years old, bro. If she was the prize, she would have been got married. She would have been had kids. She would have already had grandkids. 55, fam. That's what I'm telling you guys. Like I say, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this too. Just because when she hit the wall at 26, that don't mean she out of service. No, she's still getting bent over, bro, until she died. That's the reality. So don't think because AMA said after 26 she hit the wall, so don't talk. No, I ain't saying that, because you probably got an older lady that's next door to you that sucked the life out you, fam. For real. So that's the thing. I'm not saying that they can't get bent over just because they hit the wall. No, they gonna keep getting bent over. What you mean? You probably dealing with a chick like that right now. She probably 40, but she give the breast dome. She probably make the best spaghetti or something like that. You use her for what she has to offer. So it ain't no shame because she older. You messing with her. I ain't saying all that, but the fact that this lady is 55 years old and she's a fucking district judge, bro. And is she getting bent though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the dude just humping and dumping her, bro. That's what I'm saying. So that's why you got tired of her. And that's it. I'm gonna say this too. If that chick was in her 20s, hell, even in her 30s, he still would have been, you know what I'm saying? He still would have been busted. I know he going around the old hoe. You know what I mean? But he gonna be running up in that. Yeah, but that's what it is. Like you gonna take somebody that's gonna entertain you for a while until you get bored, bro. That's the lifestyle of a hoe. Of course, on social media, they make it seem like they just winning. They not winning in life, bro. They going to Dubai, they getting shitted on, they eating shit, they drinking piss for a couple $100 or whatever just to go to Dubai, bro. And they have unlimited partners. They don't even know who their names is. They can't remember their face, and they think they winning. You're not winning, bro. You just getting smashed. In the meantime, he get tired of you, gonna pass you down to his homeboys, his uncle, his daddy, his son. You know what I mean? His next door neighbor. But they running with this delusion, think they winning because they letting dudes run up in them raw all the time. Like, nah, you ain't winning. You a loser. That's reality. So at the end of the day, if you want to piss off a hoe, ask her, okay, well, you the prize. Why you not married? Why you not married? That's it. You ain't got to say this, walk away, bro. You ain't got to say nothing else. That's gonna shut down the conversation every single time. But guys, I'm gonna tell you this too, man. If you're in that situation and you messing with a chick, especially, I'm gonna say this too. It's not necessarily if she's older, but just in general, because you know these females, people in general, you don't know how they gonna react based off how you treat them. You know what I mean? So the fact that he was busting her down for a year, he got tired of it and kicked to the curb. At the end of the day, bro, she a hoe. He know he a hoe. That's how hoes get treated. Luckily, he been messing with her for that long. Because you got guys that hit it once, maybe twice, and all right, get out of here. So I'm going to say this too. If you're dealing with these females and you know you ain't going to do nothing serious with them, don't give them all your information. Don't give them your access code to your car, to your apartment, you know what I mean? None of that there, to your extra keys to your house. If you know in your heart, I'm only going to be messing with this hoe until summertime, and I'm going to get rid of it. Don't invest all of your information into her, bro, because you can end up like this guy right here. Luckily, he survived. Like I said, I'm glad he survived. But you got a lot of guys who get killed for that same situation. Oh, you playing with me? And they'll kill you. You know what I mean? Every chick that you run across ain't a hoe, bro. That's a real. I know I keep bringing it up. It's a lot of them out there. But I never came and I never will do a video saying all females are hoes, because that's not the truth. So you're going to have females that's not hoes, and you're going to treat them like a hoe, and then you're going to get that work, bro. So don't do that. If you know that's a good girl, bro, if you ain't going to take her serious, and I know, AMA, shut up, bro, I'm just out here trying to get some. Nah, bro, I'm trying to save your life, dumbass. If you know that's a good girl and you ain't going to take her serious, let somebody else get her, bro. Because when people get their feelings hurt, you don't know how they gonna react. Just because you've been doing that for a couple years and you've been getting away with it, you're gonna wake up with your dick missing. Then you're gonna be out of there. You're gonna be, oh, yeah, you're gonna be out. Yeah, you're gonna be out of there, bro. I don't want to get too graphic, but there's so many stories, bro. So many stories. But like I say, 55-year-old woman still getting bent over, and she tried to kill a dude because he kicked her to the curb. He finally got tired of her raggedy ass and kicked her to the curb. And that's reality, bro. So I'm going to say this again. If she was surprised, why the fuck is she not married? 55 years old, homie, still getting bent over by random. Did they ever do that? Like I said, the first dude she was doing is probably more, but they went back to the dude that she was messing with before she got to that dude. He shot the dude in the junk, man, because he got tired of her. So now she tried to kill her, you know what I mean? Like, this ain't no first rodeo. The first one she let slide because, okay, all right, we'll call the fresh room or whatever they push to the side. She tried to blow this dude's brains out, man. You got the evidence, everything. So, oh yeah, that's attempted murder. You know, anything below the, hope y'all do right by this, but anything below the waist is not considered attempted murder. Just to tell you guys that or whatever. So that's what we're dealing with nowadays, bro. And I'm gonna say this too. This gonna see 55 years old. Yeah, I done seen stories of women in their 20s, 30s, 40s doing this. Matter of fact, I had one story. It was a couple months ago. The chick, the dude broke up with his girlfriend. He moved on, got him a new chick. So she went back and killed him and his new girlfriend. So I'm just telling you guys what it is, man. So you guys gotta be careful out there, man. Don't let everybody know where you work, where you stay. You know what I mean? Don't tell everybody your mom and bro, because you don't know these females, bro. They out here getting crazy. People are getting crazier nowadays already. This is what I'm telling you guys. So you gotta be very strategic about who the females you're talking to. So just be very mindful. Okay, I ain't gonna take her serious, man. Like I tell you guys, bro. Tell her, bro. It ain't about if she being a hoe or not. You gotta be honest with them right at the back. That way, if shit goes south, you already told her. Like, hey, I ain't looking for nothing serious. We can kick it or whatever like that. If you're cool with that, cool. But I'm not looking. I'm not getting married. I don't want to get engaged. I don't want no kids. Let them females know off the rip, bro. That way they can make the decision themselves. And I'm gonna say this too. Oh man, AMA, because you tell them the truth, they run away from you. Listen, bro. I'd rather tell her the truth and let her decide than me string her along with the bullshit. You guys are females who watch this video. They're gonna be in the comment section eventually. I'd rather tell her the truth instead of me playing with her emotions, stringing her along, then it ended up going bad at the end of the day, bro. I'm gonna let her know, hey, they ain't looking for nothing serious. We can kick it if you want to do that, cool. If not, hey, I understand. You know what I mean? We go ahead and move around. This is how you gotta be that way, bro. Like say, the chick, she know what it was, bro. Like she had several dudes, man. Those dudes ain't married. There ain't no dudes married her, bro. So she already know what it is. She just got mad because like I say, she 55. So ain't no dude looking at her like that, bro. Like if you gonna hit me up and be like, oh yeah, I'll give you the best hit. All right, come on over. Yeah, come on over. I ain't gonna marry you. Yeah, that's what it was. So all she had to do was just offer sex to him because they don't want nothing else from him. And then, the box ain't the same like it was when she was a teenager. They know they just getting something easy at the moment till they get bored and get rid of her. So she been going through that. So she finally got fed up, like, oh, dang, I'm going to go ahead and kill him then. Instead of her just moving on. There's only so many excuses you can have for you to be that old and I never came across a good man, or these men ain't about nothing. Bro, you 55, fam. How many dudes you been sleeping with? But remember, no matter how much they complain, they still sucking dick. They still getting bent over, bro. Remember, I don't care how good it say. Oh, I can't find a good man. Remind you. Remember, they never say they stop having sex. They being celibate. They never say that, bro. So they let you know, right? Read between lines. They still getting bent over, bro, for the free 99. I'm telling you guys right there. So listen, man. After 26, she hit the wall. And I'm gonna say this too. If you're not gonna be serious with the girl, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all, cause them girls, they'll come at y'all and they'll let y'all know, man, that they want something serious. If you don't want nothing serious, bro, let her know, bro. Let her know, because that can be you, fam. Like I say, this story is it's thousands of stories. Like I say, all of them don't hit the news, but there's plenty of stories about these females killing these dudes, poisoning them, cutting their neck, all kind of crazy stuff, bro. So I want y'all to be aware. You know what I mean? Like back then, it was different. But at the same time, like, if she was a good girl, hey, we went on ahead and went that route. But she wasn't. We went that route too. I'm not, I wasn't out here just being stupid or naive. Like, hey, I know you're a hoe. We gonna get down with this. Oh, I know you're a good girl. We gonna get down with that. I never crossed paths with nah. That's what it was, bro. So I'm telling you guys right now, man, just be safe out there. Pay attention to who you're around. Again, don't tell all these females where you live, where you work, because every female don't need to know that, bro. I'm telling you guys that right now, man. So anyway, guys, be safe out there, man. And like I say, the guy, he survived. Thanks to the man upstairs. But I know him moving forward, he gonna be very cautious about who he deal with. You know what I mean? So anyway, guys, if you got any stories, if you got any questions, you already know, leave them down below. Like, share, subscribe, and no matter what, always protect your peace, your pockets, and your purpose. All right, guys.